Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Castlevania Advance Collection on Nintendo Switch. And wow, it's about time. I've been waiting for this for a while. It's been rumored for a long time, but I'm glad it's finally here. If you're not aware, of course the Game Boy Advance housed a number of adventure-style Castlevania games. A lot of people call them Metroidvanias, because in the old days, Castlevania used to be an action game, and an action game only. None of the exploring and level up and the level ups and the finding different weapons and any of that stuff. So Castlevania used to be a straight ahead arcade style action game. At some point in time, well, Castlevania 2 was also this kind of adventure style game, but Castlevania 3 and Castlevania Super Castlevania 4, those were all action style games. But when the Castlevania was released on the PlayStation, it had gone back to that adventure-style formula, which really mimicked Metroid. So, hence the name Metroidvania, to separate the difference between Castlevania the action game and Castlevania the Metroid-style game. I've also seen people describe Metroid as a Metroidvania, which is hilarious because now, at this point in time, all Castlevanias are Metroid-style games. In fact, I don't think they've made an action Castlevania for 10 years, 15 years now. So the term is a little bit outdated, really because the old version of Castlevania doesn't really exist anymore. And this is also a testament to that. So there's the 3 Game Boy Advance games. Yeah, we have... and they also give us the Super Nintendo Castlevania Dracula X. Which again, this is the style of Castlevania that is an action game. No roaming around. The weapons you pick up are there for the short-term use. Their levels are broken up into distinct beginnings and ends with bosses. It's interesting that they included this game. I don't know. This is like not the strongest game in the collection, but that's all right. I'm glad they have a gallery set up when you unlock stuff. The music, of course, is excellent, just like all Castlevania games are. I'm assuming these galleries, maybe they unlock more stuff as things happen, or I guess you just get them all. Yeah, most of us veteran gamers absolutely love Castlevania. From the first game on the original Nintendo, all the way up until, well, maybe not the recent games. Ones that are on PlayStation 3. I don't know, we like those as much as we like the original Castlevania, but I still like them. Maybe not as much as these games, necessarily. The good thing, too, is that you can switch to different regions. So if you want to play another region's version of the game, then that's also available here as well. The Japanese versions are superior, quite frankly. But of course, you'll have to get past the language barrier. So these games are not the kind of games. You could play Dracula X certainly without a language barrier because that's just an action game. But these are more adventure games, so I think you're going to have a little bit harder time if you're playing it in a language that you're not familiar with. I think it'll be a challenge unless you've already memorized the game. But this video will just do a brief rundown of all the games, and then as time goes on, we'll play each and every one of these in order. And, well, maybe not Dracula X. We'll play each one of these in order. And so this is going to be like a very long... it's going to be a very long playlist. But yeah, let's check out Circle of the Moon first, since that was the first game released in this Game Boy Advance Collection. So we got a pause menu, huh? We got wallpaper, we got replays. We got action cards. Don't care about that too much. We can look at our screen settings. Standard, pixel perfect, and full, but full stretches out the aspect ratio. I'm not really fond of that. Pixel perfect, I think is okay, but personally, I like it to be zoomed in a little as much as possible without changing the aspect ratio, and that's what standard offers. We got high quality sound. We'll leave that on, and the wallpaper. I guess we can pick from different types. I don't know. Black is fine. Title music from Rondo Blood. But yeah, we'll play this for a little bit, and we'll play a little bit of the other two games as well, and we'll just take a peek at Castlevania X. Even though that's really not my favorite Castlevania. Although I do like it better than the recent ones that were on PlayStation 3. So I guess that says something. Let's get a new game up. It is 1830 at an old Austrian castle. From the worshippers of chaos rise the plea for the return of the Lord of Darkness. We crave the presence of the embodiment of suffering, the ruler of darkness. I have waited for this moment, to be awake again, to bask in darkness and feel the moonlight within. Count Dracula, I am honored to be in your presence. Indeed, though I lack my full power. We are preparing the rite to replenish your power. Stop! You cannot be allowed to taint the world. You, I remember. You are one of the vampire killers that sealed me. You've aged. It is our duty to see you banished. Amusing. To my nemesis life to return to my power. I have no use for children. Begone! You, Nathan! Master! Father! No creatures around here. Hugh, are you okay? Yeah, we were just brushed aside and ignored. We have to find Master. I'll go. He's my father. Nathan, you'll be in the way. Just get out of here. Me? I want to find Master as much as anybody. Me in the way? I don't think so. See this whip? This whip means I'm not in the way. And the screen moves almost like it's too centered on the character, because now it just kind of hops up and around, up and down. These attribute and action cards will increase a specific effect. These can be set at the menu screen DSS option. Oh, hot. Yeah, for a long time I was stuck in this game when it first came out, and then I didn't play it for like 2 or 3 years, and then when I finally got back into it, I managed to get past the part I was stuck. I'm sure I'll get stuck again, because I think every time I replay this I seem to get stuck in the same place. But hopefully I remember what I do to get unstuck. yeah, as you can hear, I mean, the music's still excellent, even though the Game Boy Advance sound chip is not quite as nice as it was on the Super Nintendo. But still sounds really good. And like every Metroid-style game, there are definitely the places that you see that you can't quite reach, but you'll need some different power-ups in order to traverse those areas or approach them from different parts of the map. Ah, damn, poison worms. It's not strong poison. Ugh, I'm getting used to this again. It's been so long since I played this. Let's see, wristband. Oh, he jumps so high, Not used to all the protagonists of Castlevania jumping so high. Magic gauntlet. I didn't pick anything up from my body, did I? Dash boots. Double tap forward to perform a dash move. I'm doing this one a lot. This is one of the most useful ones. Oh, is Castlevania X the Game Boy Advance version of Castlevania X and not the Super Nintendo one? Oh boy. Yeah, when they converted the when they tried to do ports from the Super Nintendo to the Game Boy Advance, yeah, it didn't always work out in the favor of the Game Boy Advance. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Eventually I got a weapon to get rid of that those really low enemies. Just don't have it right now. I keep wanting to hit the Y button to attack, but in this case it's the B button. Mercury. Oh, don't have that move yet. Oh, I just did. Oh, the save room is all the way over there. He is far away. That is the brutal thing about this game, is that the save points are not necessarily anywhere convenient. So they made dramatic improvements over where the saves were on the preceding games. So let's start taking a look at those. Let's see, how do we get out of this? I'm sure there's a way. There we go. Go to end game. Right, Harmony of Dissonance. even the music's improved a bit. And definitely the graphics have. "50 years have passed since Simon Belmont vanquished the curse of Dracula. Fate has dictated that just Belmont, blood descendant of the Belmont family, hunt for the relics of Dracula. One day, Just's best friend, Maxim, who had set out on a training expedition 2 years earlier, returned unexpectedly, his body covered with wounds. He informs Just that Liddy, a childhood friend whom they both deeply care about, has been kidnapped. Maxim has completely lost his memory of his time training away from home, and only has vague images of the kidnapping. Ignoring his bodily injuries, Maxim leads Just to the palace, where he believes Liddy is being held captive. Passing through thick fog, the two men happen upon a castle, undocumented on any map. Could this be the fabled Dracula's castle? Maybe. Standing solemnly in the night, this foreboding castle welcomes its unexpected guests, as the moonlight shines upon it. See, the thing is, it's not going to change to Rondo of Blood because that is the Super Nintendo version of Castlevania X. So you'd get the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo game, but not the TurboGrafx 16 version, which is Rondo of Blood. So, you believe that Liddy was brought to this castle? My memory fails me, but this seems to be the place. Don't you believe me? I know better than anyone that you are not the type to lie. Just... Are you alright? I'm fine. It's Liddy you should be concerned about, not me. Go on ahead. I'll be right behind you. You have my word. Okay then. I'll see you inside. And quite frankly, if you want to play Rondo of Blood, there is the Castlevania collection. So there is a means to play it on a modern console, even on different platforms if you want. So yeah, they're not going to give you Rondo of Blood again, although I am surprised that they're giving you Castlevania X again. But Castlevania X was also on the Game Boy Advance, so I'm sure that's what that version is. Oh, love this multiple joint bosses and characters. Looks so cool. Entrance. Just destroying the place. Yeah, just remember this is the Castlevania Advance Collection, so it's the Advance games, which unfortunately Rondo of Blood never made its way to the Advance, but that's probably all for the better because I don't think the Game Boy Advance probably could have really done that game justice. Not because it wouldn't have been able to do it graphically. I think it probably could have pulled that off, but there wasn't enough storage, and it's actually kind of a big game. Although I'm sure somebody has like a homebrew of Rondo of Blood running on a Game Boy Advance. That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, they took more heavy inspiration from the PlayStation 1 version of Castlevania. You know, we have his sort of pixel trail shadow move with the same little pulsating whatever it is for the game save. Overall, this is a much better game. You know, as a good sequel should be. But we know that's not always the case, that the sequel is better than the original game. In this case, yes, this is much better than Circle of the Moon. Although Circle of the Moon is not a bad game. I think there's a little bit of hate in the community for Circle of the Moon. But I think it's still good, just not as good as the the preceding games. Halt! The color of your soul. You must be a Belmont. That is correct. This overwhelming power. Death? Indeed. Which means this is, in fact, Dracula's castle. That might be true, though the power that is here is not my lord's. What do you mean? I must go now. We shall meet again, son of Belmont. Ah, he got away. Castle map. Obtained Ice Book. Heart ranks up. Oh no. Well, I mean, you kind of get the idea. I mean, it's a Metroid-style Castlevania game. Just really well done. Good sequel to Circle of the Moon. Aria of Sorrow. Certainly the best in the series of games. In fact, I still have the cartridge on my shelf there. The year is 2035, Japan. Crowds of spectators are gathering around in anticipation of the first full solar eclipse of the 21st century. My name is Soma Cruz, and I am a high school exchange student studying abroad in Japan. I live near the Hakuba Shrine, an ancient shrine with strong ties to Japanese mythology. Mina Hakuba, the only daughter of the shrine's caretaker, is both my classmate and my childhood friend. I started making my way to the shrine to see the solar eclipse with Mina, but for some strange reason, the stairway leading up to the shrine felt longer than usual, as if something was trying to keep us from our destination. When I finally managed to get through the shrine gate, my senses began to dim. The pitch-black sun is holding chaotic darkness together, trying to rouse a sleeping soul as if looking for its monstrous other half. Missing other half. Not exactly wise to put white text on a white background. Hey, looks like he's coming too. Where am I? Whoa, what happened? So, you decided to join us. Did you have a pleasant nap? Huh? Who the heck are you? It's okay, Soma. His name is Genya, and Genya Arikato. Skip the introductions. I have a few questions. I need answers now. Go ahead. Why have you come here? Why? Well, Mina and I... Hang on, where are we? We're in Dracula's castle. Huh? Dracula's castle? Are you telling me we're in Europe? No, we are inside the solar eclipse. Inside the eclipse? You're insane. Do you think I'm a fool? Soma, listen to him. He's telling you the truth. What the heck are you talking about? Give me an explanation. Well, it's like this. Huh? An enemy? Damn! Protect the girl! Yeah! Go back to where you came from! Throw spears! What was that thing? So, it has awakened. What? What has? The spirit of the creature you killed has just entered your body. You have the power to absorb the abilities of the monsters you kill. Why would I have that power? You have gained the power. Now you must go to the Master's chamber. For what reason? Do you not wish to return with your friend to your own world? Of course I want to go back. Go to the Master's chamber. Then you will understand everything. But I can't just leave Mina here like this. No need to worry about her. I'll put up a protective barrier. But death will most certainly find those who stay here too long. Then I... Yes, only you can save her from a painful death. And you, what will you do? I too have things I must do within these castle walls. Go, set forth. Both your own life and hers are at stake. Yeah, well, I'm out of here. I'm gonna protect the most important person, me! Okay, fine. So now we have more frames of animation. We have a slightly smaller character, a little bit zoomed out view, but you know, still has the same great music. The controls still spot on. I mean, they really mastered the Metroid-style Castlevania in the Game Boy Advance days. I mean, the DS version's fine too. Don't get me wrong. I like the DS version, but I certainly think this is like the high point of advanced games. Zombie becomes stronger when poisoned. You gotta be real careful with these weapons too, because not all weapons that you pick up are better than the next. Sometimes you'll get something that's significantly worse. Tasty meat. Yeah, it's strange that the this time they make in this game the characters will float in the water, and then you actually have to get a power up so that they sink further, because you'll need to explore, you know, much deeper depths at some point in time in the game. Great, keep our backdash by pressing L. Yeah, he does a little hang time with his strike. You know, versus what was it, Trevor? I can't remember the character from Circle of the Moon, who just drops like a lead weight as soon as he whips the whip out. We got parallax scrolling, we got some pretty good music. We got good animation. Whoa. No. Got hit too many times with that fireball. Ah, good stuff. Stuff in my favorite. Alright, the Game Boy Advance version of Dracula X. Let's see what this is like. I never owned this one. I only owned the Super Nintendo one. It's, you know, one of my least played Castlevania games. Oh, now the X button is whip. Yeah, this is not like the worst game, but boy, it's a bit disappointing, especially coming off of Rondo of Blood on the TurboGrafx. I mean, this is, you know, this is a version of that game. But you know, nowhere near as good. It's too bad because, you know, the Super really could, I think, do a really good version of Castlevania. I mean, they certainly proved that with Super Castlevania 4. But then, you know, trying to rework the Rondo of Blood, you know, mechanics and levels, it just didn't really work out. Yeah, I mean, this game definitely sticks out like a sore thumb versus the Metroid-style games. Although you can tell, I mean, the graphics are still look pretty good. You know, you can afford the, you know, to put more detail on the graphics if you're just making, you know, stage-based gameplay. Yeah, music's still great. I mean, that is the one thing that Castlevania we all be consistent with, is having great music. I mean, even Castlevania 64 had good music. And there are not too many good things about that game. Yeah, it's interesting to see the this, you know, like a scaled down version of Castlevania X. But still, you know, a reasonable facsimile of the Super Nintendo version. You know, considering the Game Boy Advance's limits. Ugh. Goose the heads, damn. It's so goddamn annoying. No. Spent too much time getting owned by Medusa heads. No, meow, meow, meow. Alright, so there you go. That was the Castlevania Advance Collection on Nintendo Switch. Again, this is well worth it. I'm actually surprised it's only at $20. I probably could charge a little bit more for this, but I'm glad it is what it is. So yeah, you get the Metroid style Castlevania games, Plus, you get the Game Boy Advance like down conversion of Castlevania Dracula X. And again, you can pick the different regions. Some of the games actually have some fairly significant differences, but for the most part, they will be the same games, just in a different language. But it is nice, again, to be able to play those different versions. So yeah, definitely pick it up. You're gonna get a lot of play out of this, and a lot of good hours. You know, the 3 Metro-style games, those are fantastic. You know, even Circle of the Moon, which is, you know, the weaker of the 3, is still a lot of fun to play. This version of Castlevania X, I mean, I don't know. I suppose if you don't have the Castlevania collection, it's kind of nice to play it like the old style action Castlevania game. I just think that you should be playing the better versions of these action arcade Castlevania games versus this one. Again, not the worst game, but you know, definitely one of the weakest of the Castlevania games out there. And I feel it's the weakest of the action version of the Castlevania games. Still, you know, the music and graphics and sound and you know, all that stuff is still top notch. Just gameplay isn't just quite there. But yeah, pick it up for yourself. Over the next couple weeks, we'll play through all 3 of the adventure games. I think I'm going to skip this one, unless you guys really want to see me play it. But yeah, it's sort of insufferable, really, in honesty. But yeah, I hope at some point in time we get some more Castlevania games in the future. I know Konami's not interested in making games anymore. They make more money doing other things that they've invested in, so we'll wait and see what happens. But if this stirs up enough of a purchase, you know, maybe they'll reconsider farming it off to some other developer. Who knows? Hard to see what Konami is going to do in the near future. Certainly not games, which is unfortunate because they made some of the best games in the world. Oh well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.